Today I'm going to show you guys how to create song mashups. We're going to take two different songs, separate the vocals and instrumentals from each one, and then merge them together to create something new and awesome. This is a technique that can be used by a lot of DJs, musicians, or content creators. I often see a lot of producers on places like Instagram and TikTok creating these song mashups that always tend to go viral, and this is how to do it. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim for LALAI, and this is a channel where we post all things about music creation and music production. We're going to be using a software in this video called LALAI. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you want to check it out. It's this tool that uses AI to separate the vocals and basically any other files of an existing song and creates separate audio tracks from that recording. I'll show you guys in this video how to use it to make song mashups. Okay, so in order to make a song mashup, there's a few things that we need. First is we need two songs, and we need to separate the vocals from the instrumental. For making this mashup, I'm going to be basically taking the vocals from one song and adding it to the beat of another song. And I'm going to show you guys shortly how to do that. We're also going to need to know things later on like the BPM of the specific song that we're trying to create a mashup for and what key the two songs are in. But these two things are easy to know once we have the files separated and we can work with them. So I'm going to be using this website, LALAI. Again, I'm going to leave the link in the description. But this is a website where you're going to be able to take out the vocal files from any instrumental song. First thing, of course, is deciding which songs to make a mashup of. I've really been enjoying this Drake song, Spin 'Bout You. I definitely want to do something with that because I really love the vocals and the beat. And I've also been really feeling this new Lil Durk and J. Cole song, All My Life. Both these songs have kind of been stuck in my head recently, and I think it'll be kind of interesting to make a mashup of them. So for each song, I'm going to run it through LALAI, and I'm going to separate the vocals from the instrumental for each song. Alright, so here's the first one. Here's the Drake song.
Pray it ain't more than a few. Know that you dealt with some lanes.
And we got the instrumental there too. Really good job of doing it. Okay, we're going to process the entire file, and we're going to do the same thing with that Lil Durk and J. Cole song. Alright, so here's song number 2.
Down.
Let's process that and then load both of these into FL Studio. Alright, so here we have both the Drake song and the Lil Durk song. From this point, I want to decide which one I want to use as a beat and which one I want to use as the vocals. I think it's going to be interesting to use the All My Life song for the beat, so that's what I'm going to focus on right now. First thing I want to do is figure out the BPM of this song, and I first do this usually by listening and playing with the tap tempo feature in FL Studio to try and get a rough idea.
With a badge. All my life. They be trying to keep me down.
Okay, rough idea. Now we can go in and kind of fine tune it and make sure that we're on beat basically. I'm a very visual learner, so I often look for things in the waveform like when the kick drum or the snare drum is hitting, and that usually gives me a good idea of where the song should be. Alright, this here looks like the start of a kind of a drum pattern, so let's use that as a reference. Maybe it's this. Skip into it a bit to make sure it's still the same. So I figured out that this first song is at 143 beats per minute. What I want to do now in FL Studio is I want to click on this, and I want to make sure that I have the time set to the project tempo and the pitch the same. And what this is going to do is make sure that if I'm changing the song tempo, like speeding it up or slow it down, it's basically going to keep everything on beat, and it's not going to change the pitch. I'm going to do the same with the vocals just in case I want to work with them later. And now what we want to do, I want to kind of ignore those right now since they're basically locked in at whatever tempo I'm choosing. I want to go work on this Drake song and figure out the same thing. I want to figure out the beats per minute of this song and where the beat is going to start.
I got feelings for you.
So again, let's use this as kind of a reference.
Feelings for you. Hope you ain't loving the crew. How many?
Okay. It's a little bit slower than that one, I think. Okay, so figured out this Drake song is at 130 beats per minute. So now I have the option to choose basically if I want to, keep the tempo of the Drake and 21 Savage vocals the same and make the Lil Durk song slower, or do I want to keep the Lil Durk song the same and speed up the Drake and 21 Savage vocals. There's no, I guess, real right or answer. It's whatever you feel like doing. I'm just going to keep it at 130 beats per minute because that's what the vocals are already at. And the next step here is going to be making sure that both songs are in the same key. If the songs aren't in the same key, you probably have to transpose it to the same key, which is basically going to be figuring out the key of one song. If another song is, here, you're going to have to pitch it down a couple semitones or pitch it up a couple semitones to make the song sound, cohesive and in the same key. So it's a lot easier to do, I find, especially being a producer, when I'm listening to the instrumental. So I'm going to just mute everything except this Drake song, the beat, and I'm going to basically try and figure out which notes are in this song. It takes a bit of ear practice, definitely, but that'll give me an idea of what scale we're working with. I believe that one is in C major. I may be wrong, but I think it'll still work out. And now let's figure out the second song, the beat that we want to do, just in case we have to, like I said, transpose them at all. I actually think that these are both in C minor. Again, I may be wrong with that Drake song. We'll hear when we actually listen to it. We might have to make a few changes to it, but let's just give it a listen. Now that we've separated the vocals, now that we've figured out the beats per minute, and we've lined it up like this, basically all the work is done for creating the song mashup. Let's give it a listen. Now that I have the Drake and 21 Savage vocals selected and the instrumental of the second song, let's hear how this sounds.
I got feelings for you. Hope you ain't loving the crew. How many bodies you got? Pray it ain't more than a few. Know that you dealt with some lines.
Pretty good, actually.
When you was young and in school, he had to pop your chair, but I got it wet like a pool.
Let's see if we can go the other way too and use the Drake beat with the Lil Durk and J. Cole vocals.
All my life, no.
Yo, enjoy the pill, gotta get out. The shit that I spit out is a cheat code, like I'm facing a Rico. And how a nigga put a hit out. And another one, and another one.
I think I actually like that one better.
And another one, and another one. I got like 100 of them by the lap niggas, so they think they ahead of me. But I'm really in front of them now. Some of them fumbling they bags, fucking up the little crumbs that they had. A reminder to humble yourself. This shit could.
Hold on, is this better than the real song?
She could be gone in an instant. Me, I'm running long distance, all pistons firing. I've been stuck between maybe retiring and feeling like I'm just not hitting my prime. These days, seeing rappers be dying way before they even getting they shine.
I don't know. I feel like that mashup is better than I don't know, either song. That's crazy. I always have so much fun doing stuff like this. Again, if you guys want to check out the website LALAI, which is the one that I use to separate the instrumentals from the vocals, link will be in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. We will be back soon with new videos.